I always thought it was odd that you are burning the flag of the country that allowed you to come in illegally.
Imagine if I went to Africa and I wanted to live there, right? And all of a sudden Africa wanted to deport me back to my homeland, the United States of America. And imagine if I went and I protested against Africa and I was lifting a United States of America flag in protest, saying I wanted to stay in Africa, but waving this flag from another country. How crazy would that look? How crazy would that be? That's exactly what's happening with people that are protesting right now in the United States. They're lifting up flags from different countries in protest of being deported back to those countries. Think about that. How wild is that? If you love that country so much, why don't you go back over there? But let's be really honest. Instead of you sitting there lifting up that flag from another country, why don't you lift up the flag from the United States of America and say, hey, I want to stay here. I love this country. I appreciate this country. It's a blessing to live here. I don't want to go back to any other country. And you wonder why patriots and United States citizens like myself are fed up seeing this stuff. Because you're ungrateful. You don't appreciate the blessing it is to live in the United States of America. If you did, you wouldn't lift a flag of a foreign country that didn't do nothing for you.
And that's why we have a problem, because most of these people believe I'm representing this flag because America made my life bad in my own country. That's why I'm coming over here celebrating my flag, because America is at fault.
Finding out ways to expedite this. Because of our gender balance provisions on this next ballot, you will be able to vote for 2 candidates of any gender on the next ballot. Okay? So on this next ballot, you will be able to vote for 2 candidates of any gender on the next ballot. If 2 candidates receive, I'm going to turn to Helen to clarify this last part.
DNC chair gets confused by his own party rules for their gender balance provision, has to hand over the mic to someone else who also can't explain it during the leadership voting. This is absolutely insane. This party has never learned nothing. I agree. They keep doubling down.
You are in this next ballot where you have 2 votes. As the chair has said, you may vote for 2 males, 2 females, 2 of any gender, okay? Nope, you can't do that because we've got to balance. You could vote for 1 of any gender, okay? Or no, non-binary gender, excuse me. It is late, okay?
But in all honesty, I just think as long as you're not white, you will win. Very simple.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
Good evening, Democrats. Look up here. 3 strong black women standing before you. 3 black women who, rather than just grabbing a chair, ran for chair.
Te quiero mucho, papa. Gracias por todo. My name is Artie Blanco, Freddie Blanco's daughter. Vote for me for vice chair.
Look at this room, y'all. Truly take it in. This is the Democratic Party. We are our strongest when we stand together.
We are in a time in this country when our democracy and our rights are under attack. We're at a time where black and brown people, women, and other minorities are being blamed for everything that's wrong with this country.
So let's fight together for a stronger and more inclusive Democratic Party.
Good afternoon, DNC! Let me say something. Over the last several days, we've seen what happens when we have the wrong people in powerful places. And so today, I ask for your...
First of all, why did they say ask? Why not ask?
for your support and electing me as your DNC vice chair, because in a time of crisis, leadership matters.
My people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We are sick and tired of being the last one hired and the first one fired. We are sick and tired of the...
And I've spent the last 15 years fighting for the American people, all 340 million of them.
Work to do to organize, show up, and win. And that is why I'm asking the people who have stood with me in this ride, because you know the work that I do to protect the...
So as you can see, there were way more women and way more color. And the winner is... Venga, dilo, remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe? ¿Por qué?
David Hogg. First of all, thank you, Chairman Harrison. Can we give a round of applause to Jamie? Thank you. Thank you. Who's ready to take the fight to the Republicans and win this thing? Are you guys ready to fight?
So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't white power, Nazi, patriarchal, misogynist, everything, if the white person that wins and they're on your side.
Deportations are underway. I want to know, do you support it after that last 4 years, or do you not support it?
I do not support mass deportations.
Do you support any deportations?
Yes, I do. Criminals should be thrown out of here.
Every single person that crossed the border illegally is technically a criminal. Do you support deporting those criminals?
No, I do not.
So what do you mean by criminal?
Someone who has broken the law after they've gotten here.
So we wait for them to come here and break a law, and then they go?
Yes, that's right.
How do we explain this?
Because most of them are coming here for a good reason, and I want those people in here.
What about the option of coming here legally, not illegally? Should we enforce our laws?
I am against the law.
I am the law!
So should we support laws? Yes, we should. But I'm against the law that says just because they manage to come in here, they have to be thrown out.
Unvetted mass migration, when it comes to essentially human trafficking across the southern border, that's made cartels richer than their wildest dreams. Are we perhaps enriching cartels by allowing everybody to come over the southern border illegally?
I don't see where that is a connection. I don't see where they're becoming rich because of...
They make money per crossing.
Oh, yes, I am against that. I'm against their making money, but I'm not against people wanting to flee to come to this country.
But that's what happens when they come here illegally, is the cartels are getting enriched by that happening.
I'm against their getting rich.
And that's why nothing gets done. They're empathetic for them to come, but send the criminals back. But if they come to America, the cartels should not get rich.
Not medical, Medi-Cal. That is government-funded free health insurance. As an illegal immigrant, you immediately qualify for Medi-Cal, okay? Do you know what it costs to pay for health insurance for a family of 4 in the state of California? Let's compare Mexicans to Mexicans, apples to apples, okay? My girlfriend, stay-at-home mom, Mexican, married to a husband, Mexican, raising 2 children, Mexican, family of 4, okay? He works a modest, average American job. The health insurance for a family of 4, okay, $1,300 a month. Whereas an illegal immigrant walks in and gets offered free health insurance. My friends are not making an insane amount of money. She's a stay-at-home mom. They drive average paid-off cars. They rent an average home. It's nice, but it's nothing lavish. They don't drive a luxury vehicle. They're not driving Mercedes. I think they have a Kia, like a family Kia that they share. And so that family that is hardworking and, again, they're living an average working class life pays $1,300 a month, but the illegal immigrant that just comes in gets free health care. That is a policy that Trump said absolutely not. That is what I voted on.
That's racist.
Let's compare Mexicans to Mexicans, apples to apples, okay? As an illegal immigrant, when you cross that border, you qualify for a Stay Connected plan. Stay Connected is a phone plan through Verizon for illegal immigrants and displaced homeless people where you get free phones. You get a free iPhone and a free plan so you can stay connected to your family back in Mexico. I pay $230 a month through Verizon for 2 iPhones, 2 lines. Why is it because I was born on this side of the border as a Mexican American, I have to pay $230 a month for my phone, but an illegal immigrant gets a free phone? Again, policy when you ask, what did I vote on? That.
And now imagine this family sees certain people advocating for this, they feel sick to their stomach, and now they have to be careful a slur might be coming their way.
So I just got back from my anti-deportation protest, and amongst all the crazy things that were said to me, people in that one cult yelling at me, and you know, people just shaking their heads, and a lot of honking and smiles and people being happy. One of the things that was said to me really stuck out to me. I was walking close to the edge of the road, so this guy had the opportunity to roll down his window, stopped at a stoplight, and actually talk to me. Had a really old beat-up car, so his car was full of family. I mean, I couldn't quite tell his, you know, nationality status or whatever, but he was shaking his head at me a lot as I was walking across the road, and he rolled down his window and he said, "You know what? I'm Mexican, and you make me sick to my stomach." So you can see my sign. It's got Mexican colors and I have Mexican flags tagged to the top of it. And so what I want to know is, Mexicans, my Mexican familia, can you tell me What is, so like black people have the terminology of like an Uncle Tom. That's somebody who betrays their own kind. What is the word for that for Mexican people? Do they have a word for that? Let me know.
The most disrespectful thing you can do to an immigrant just like me is telling me I shouldn't have worked this hard to achieve what I have. That's a wild statement.
You're telling me that in Trump's first 9 days of his presidency, he took the daily average of border crossings from 2,087 to 126? What in the fuck was Biden doing? Nothing. It took 9 days. 9 days? So our open borders were a complete choice. So then people need to ask themselves and start questioning, why does the Democratic Party want open borders? Because that's exactly what this shit is. Open borders.
Very simple. They want people to vote. That's why they want people to be able to vote without a license. Now it makes sense?
And I'm so convinced that most liberals have no actual idea what the difference is between legal immigration and illegal immigration, because all of these Democrats are so scared that all these legal immigrants are getting deported, like Selena Gomez crying and people being like, oh, they're targeting like Mexican Americans. No.
And all I have to say to people that said that the border is secure, well, it was secure because you said it. That just didn't do anything. And when we found out that they didn't do anything, you said, well, it's already happening, so it's the new normal. And if I didn't want it, well, you have to be empathetic. As you can see, your goalpost is moving a lot.
Don't get me wrong, ako sa kita bong Puta fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam turlo que ta verde ta welcome.